In today's class, I'm going to introduce that about these two questions: that what is semiconductor and why this material is so important to us. So we talk about the semiconductors or the semiconducting materials. So basically, these are present in everywhere because nowadays what we are living in this age is basically living with the age of gadgets, and all the gadgets is made with lots of electronic devices, and each of the electronic devices is made with specially designed or specially prepared a special kind of semiconductor materials. Either it is a simple elemental semiconductor or it is a combinations of semiconductors. Semiconducting materials are the key components behind each of the electronic devices. So what about the output you are getting from each of the electronic device? Basically, it is directly connected with the properties of this semiconducting material. So, how the semiconductor material will behave depending upon the external environment, depending upon the surrounding electric field, surrounding temperature, that actually reflect on the output of this particular device, and also depends on how you have designed such electrical electronic devices. To do that, basically, intense research has been still going on. People are trying to prepare new and new semiconducting materials by doing different permutation and combination of all the available elements from the periodic table and trying to prepare a semiconducting material which can show some important characteristic or some thing which is much which is will be much superior compared to the existing semiconducting material. So basically, the semiconductor material is actually the backbone of the electronic industry. And if you look into the couple of devices here, where you will see that all are made with a different kind of or different semiconducting materials. For example, if we talk about the transistor, diode, FEED transistor, CMOS, everywhere you will see the semiconductor. For example, if you look into the computer or laptop, so you have the display, and the display is made with it's a TFT display, so it is made with again specially special type of semiconductor material based thin film transistor. And you know that there is a processor inside your laptop or computer. It is measured basically the CMOS technology based devices. Again, it is a special kind of transistor, and that is again made with silicon. And if you took a look into your cell phones, again, we have silicon based ICs, and also we have TFT screen or AM LED screen. So either if it is a TFT skin that is made with indium gallium zinc oxide, so it's a special kind of compound semiconductors, or if it is a AM active matrix organic LED display, so that basically you have a matrix where actually organic semiconductors are used to prepare LED. So you have lots of LEDs are there. Each of LEDs prepared with organic semiconductors. So again, the semiconductors come into picture. Nowadays, most of the cell phones, the mobile phone is coming with the AM OLED display type. And if you look at the DVD player, I guess if you have noticed it, CD player or DVD player, it have a red light coming out. That is from the semiconductor laser, because it's a very teeny devices compared to the conventional laser. The size of the semiconductor laser is quite very small. So people have noticed that a red light is used to read the data in CD or DVD player, where actually we used gallium arsenide or indium gallium phosphide laser diode or silicon. Okay, so these two are basically used to emit the LED light. So LED light will, and at the same time you need a detector that can detect the signal coming from the DVD. So basically the LED light reflect on the CD player, and that reflected light is detected. So that means you need a detector, and here we use silicon photodiodes. So again, that detector is made with a semiconductor material, that is silicon. Another example, you can say remote, where we are using a IR emitting light emitting diode, where actually use aluminium indium phosphide, which okay, or sometimes we also use aluminium gallium arsenide, which actually emits a light in the wavelength of 940 nanometer, which is in the near infrared range. So again, we are using a IR emitting light in the remote. So rubidium dot silicon, or you can say silica, where it is allowed to pass a light with a wavelength of 1.55 micrometer. So again, this erbium doped silica is again the semiconductor material we are using for fiber optical communication, and indium gallium arsenide phosphide based laser diode, and traffic signal. Even in nowadays we are using LED light in traffic signal and also in car lighting, where different kind of semiconductor materials are used for different for getting different color of the light. For example, if you want to get a red light, you can use a gallium arsenide phosphide or indium gallium nitride, that is for the blue light. Hitting gallium phosphide, you can get it a green light. So basically, what color you require, depending upon that, you can use a combined or a compound semiconductor material. So, in summary, you can say that yes, semiconductor materials are everywhere we are using in our daily life. So that means if we don't have semiconductor, we don't have gadget, or we don't have better lifestyle. So what about the situation, or what about the age we have lying? So semiconductor materials is found to be much more important in our day-to-day life. So that's why you want to you need to learn why this semiconductor material is so important, and how they behave, and how to characterize them or how to distinguish them.